Good evening, everyone, and welcome all to Shiksha's Insta Live session. This is Bhagishri here, your moderator for this session today. Okay, so let us all quickly join in for today's session where we will be discussing about BBA versus BCOM. I'm sure a lot of you who has given class 12th exams, you must be thinking of taking up BBA or BCOM. Your confusion, we have this session today, and we will be joined in by an expert, a master career coach who will guide you in the best possible way as to why you should go for BBA or BCOM. What factors will help you decide? Okay, I think our expert is here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible and visible both?
Not visible, but you're audible.
Okay. Let me check.
Okay. So till the time our expert is joining, I could see a lot of you joining us today for this session. I hope I am audible to all of you. Am I audible to all of you who are joining us today for this session? Ravi, Tarun, Tripathi, there are a lot of students who are joining today. I hope I'm audible. So if you have any queries about BBA courses, management courses, looking for some help, you can start sharing your queries in the Q&A section. If you can see the question box.
I hope,
ma'am, you're
now I'm
not. Yeah.
I was just checking.
So I hope we are audible and visible to all of you. Can I have some comments here so that we understand that we are audible? We are visible clearly. Ma'am, you can just change the frame a bit to your right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it better?
No, a bit more. You're still on the side. Yeah, in the center.
Okay.
Okay. I think better. Okay. So, quickly, warm welcome to all of you again on the Insta's live session. And today we'll be discussing about BBA versus BCOM, which is a very age-old fight that has been going on. And students remain confused as if they're going into management. They are confused as to what to choose and what are the factors that help them understand that whether they should go for BBA or BCOM. But before we start the session and start taking your queries and discussion, I would like to welcome our expert for today's session. We have Sunita Tangji, who is a master career coach who has been into this field for long time, has been coaching students, has been building their life, their career paths, guiding them in the best possible ways and suggesting the right path of career counseling. So she has been doing this wonderful job for long time. And yet again, ma'am is here with us to help you guys, after your results are there. So she's there to help you and show you the right path as to what you should choose if you're talking about management courses. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us today for this session.
Thank you so much for this generous introduction. And I must say that you're always very energetic and enthusiastic facilitator. And I'm sure your organization, you are an asset to them. And I'm looking forward to the session today on behalf of Leaders in Making. Yes, we believe in making leaders out of people. What you do the best, what are your strengths, work on that always. And that's our theme.
Absolutely. So, ma'am, whether after the students have passed out class 12, the results are out, they start looking out for courses and, what are the fields that they will be opting. Some have already decided that this is what I have to take. Some scores also decide that, no, we have to take this or we have to take that. But let's come back to the management courses. Nowadays there is a trend of doing BBA, the professional courses, and then taking up ahead as MBA and CAT, and that chain goes on and on. So there are two choices that students get, after 12. Like some consider doing BBA, some consider doing BCOM, especially for the management courses. Some other also opt for, different courses, and some go for chartered accountancy. Side by side, they're also pursuing their graduation. But how do they, the first question would be, how do they decide that, okay, I think BBA would be suitable for me, or some others think that BCOM would be suitable for me?
Sure. That's a great initiation for the topic. Before you decide finally for the course which you are really ready to go forward, always self-introspect the kind of interest you have taken in the subject, especially 11th and 12th, because that is going to give you a flair in what next you are interested. Now, Generation Z, what they do, they primarily listen to their colleagues, to their friends, to their parents, to their family friends, and they see that where is the flow. So if your flow, if your own interest lies into numbers, lies into mathematics, lies into, working on numbers, calculation, it's a clear signal that finance is your flair. You love, working with numbers. Somewhere down the line, if you have 5-6 subjects in your in front of you, and if you are choosing numbers the best, one of the best subject, or maybe top 3 of your choice, then definitely you can definitely go for BCOM. However, if you feel that you like talking to people, you like meeting people, or you don't like the numbers that much, or the number ratio is average in your mind, but you are more familiar, more friendly to other subjects, communication, business, then you have a flair for BBA. Now, if you have been doing extremely well in your accountancy, in your mathematics, 11th and 12th, those students are very sorted that they have to go for the Chartered Council financial courses. However, if you are not sure at this stage also, even after 12th, that you are not sure with number, do not experiment with BCOM, because BCOM will always take you intense, not just into finance, but into economics, into law, into corporate taxation. However, if you are very sure that yes, you like numbers, then only you should proceed forward for BCOM. Otherwise, you can proceed forward for BBA. And at many places, BBA is also known as BMS, that is Bachelor of Management Studies, which has the similar subjects like BBA. So a lot of colleges offer BBA and a lot of colleges offer BMS. So if you have flair, apart from number, it is best to go for this course. But if you have a very high flavor of numbers and mathematics since beginning, since class 10th, 11th and 12th, do self-introspection and then take accordingly. But it should be a very important and a conscious call, because UG forms the base for your PG program. And when you are doing your job, your placement, always choose a course keeping your job, your corporate career, or your entrepreneurship, keeping in mind that where this course is contributing finally to your career in the longer run. So students generally make a flaw here that they go in a different career, but they choose different courses. So then a clash comes after 3 to 4 years of time.
Absolutely. So if we start with BBA, if we can have an overview for those students who are looking, who are aspiring for these courses. So what could be a small overview for BBA courses?
Okay. BBA is talking about management of a complete business. Now, when we say BBA into entrepreneurship, BBA into hotel management, BBA into supply chain management, BBA into hospitality industry, please know you are talking about business administration, but into different industries. So if you have a flair of management, managing all the departments of an organization, of a business, then you are meant for BBA. Because it is going to include the nuances of finance, HR, marketing, IT, IB. So BBA will only make you a business manager and will help you in handling the complete management of an organization. That is BBA.
Right. And a similar way, if we come to BCOM, if we want to have a small overview of what exactly BCOM course is.
Okay. Now, if you are working for a particular industry or a business, for example, you have a business, or maybe somebody in your family has a business, you are only interested in managing the accounts department or the financial departments, or you're only interested in monitoring the funds or the budgeting of the business. You're not concerned who is being hired. You are not concerned how the other departments are working. You are not concerned how the people are performing in the organization, but you're only interested in the finance, accounting, budgeting, and monitoring. That's completely a BCOM person. So BCOM has a different flair wherein you are only related to the finance area of the business, but BBA will talk about every department, including finance of a business. So there is a major difference.
Right. Okay. So since we are we are digging deep into the similarities and differences between these two very, very popular undergraduate courses, coming to the curriculum and the course structure. Ma'am, how much of similarities or differences are there between the two courses?
The curriculum is absolutely different. BBA will only include finance at the surface level, what you are supposed to know to run a business at the surface level. Whereas the BCOM will work about statistics, law, taxation, business accountancy, much into detail. And it is not going to cover anything into detail like marketing, HR, IT, IB. It is just going to touch the glimpse. For example, it will talk about marketing management, or it will talk about just the organizational behavior at the surface level. So if you talk about the curriculum is 100% different for BBA and BCOM. And while you are opting for a course, all dear students, always take the printout of the syllabus where you are applying to, whichever college you are applying. Do not just overlook on the internet, on your laptop, on your phone. Never decide a course after looking at just that phone, because you'll never have a complete glimpse of the curriculum. Always take the printout. And if you feel that you are interested in a particular subject, but you don't know about that particular subject, Google that subject, see the content in detail, and then decide that which flair you are having for BBA or for BCOM. Now, since starting, if you are only interested in managing people or managing the administration work, or you're interested in public dealing, or marketing work, digital marketing, you like working on social media, then you must opt for BBA. Otherwise, complete financial flair of mind is BCOM. So there is absolutely a big difference.
Right. So previously we saw that BCOM is a very old course. I would say that our parents and everyone used to कि अच्छा 12th कर लिया तो अब BCOM कर लेते हैं. That's the course which is there. और कुछ नहीं करना है तो BA कर लेते हैं. That was the norm that we used to hear. And comparatively BBA is quite new. As a course, much professional course comparatively to BCOM. So, what actually led to birth of BBA courses in terms of time and in terms of students?
BCOM is 70 to 80 years old course, and BBA is roughly 20 years old course. It is because of the varied industry that BBA was launched. Now, when you talk about a traditional BCOM can never replace a person who wants to make a career into finance, taxation, law. You cannot replace BCOM at any point of time. It's the foundation course, even for people who are going for CFA. You learn a lot of nuances related to finance, and it's a foundation based course. However, because of various industries coming up rigorously from past 20 years, especially now people who want to go into entrepreneurship, and post COVID, hospitality management and hospital management is such a big and a vast course. And after, even before COVID, hotel management was very trendy course. Travel and tourism was very trendy course. Now it has picked up again. So different industries, BBA is there. So you want to manage all the operations of that particular industry or any organization into that industry, then you can definitely go for BBA. But if you're very clear that you have to do CFA, or even at this stage, that, you have to do MBA in finance, it is better you opt for BCOM. Why? As I shared earlier, always keep your job placement into mind. Now, if you are even wanted to open up a research organization, which is only going to play with numbers, the analytics part, it is important that you do BBA, maybe at a later stage. But if your business is specially finance, you must have the knowledge of BCOM. So the course will highly depend upon the kind of, the industry you want to join at a later stage, the work you want to join, you want to do at the later stage, or the kind of placement or career you want to make for yourself. So keep all those factors in mind and then take a conscious call. Because I have been coaching a lot of people across nation, and even professionals are coming to me with 5 to 8 years of experience. Now, if they are working in a financial organization, but their base is not that strong, one. Second, if they are applying in the organization into core jobs, wherein the eligibility says that we want specifically BCOM, then they are struck. So be very, very sure that from 0 to 5 years of your career, your qualification is going to play a major role.
Right. Okay. Let's pick this question from Girdhari ji. Girdhari says that MCOM के बाद में क्या करे? LLB कर सकते हैं क्या?
LLB आप बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं, लेकिन MCOM अगर आपने कर ली है तो आप पहले साथ में जॉब जरूर करिएगा, Because otherwise age is also a very big criteria. You know, when you will be applying, people will also inquiring about your age. So you can definitely do LLB, which will be useful for you. If you are joining law firms, it is going to give you an extra edge. It is going to form a strength that after MCOM, you are an LLB also, but start working simultaneously, and later on you can join a law firm for sure. But you can definitely do, it's a good choice.
Absolutely. So I think गिरधारी जी आपको जवाब मिल गया कि MCOM के बाद में आप और क्या-क्या कर सकते हैं. Okay. Coming to the next topic would be the core subjects and specializations. We have, like for management, you've always spoken about the different specializations that is available. So what are the core subjects for both these courses and then the kind of specializations that they offer to students?
In BCOM, there is no specialization. It is either BCOM Pass or BCOM Honors. So BCOM Pass is touching all the subjects: business accountancy, statistics, law, taxation, and BCOM Honors study each and every subject, all the same subjects, much into depth. So the kind of content coverage is different when you talk about BCOM Pass and BCOM Honors. When you talk about BBA, BBA will talk about management, business communication, IT, IB, financial, human resource management, organizational behavior, marketing management, management information system. So all the curriculum, all the subjects are absolutely different. In BBA, the beauty is that you have at least 10 to 15 specialization. You can do BBA general if you are not sure. You can do BBA in IT, BBA in entrepreneurship, BBA in supply chain management, BBA in logistics. Depends which industry you have decided for. If you have not decided for any particular industry, dear friends, at this stage, please only go for BBA general course. And in MBA, you can definitely do a specialized course once you are decided with the industry. So don't be very specific at the initial stage, because if you will be taking one industry like BBA travel and tourism, the complete BBA will talk about orientation of travel and tourism. And if you have not decided the industry, it is better to go for BBA general. So BBA general will control marketing, HR, finance, IT, IB, and accountancy, all the subjects at the surface level beautifully.
Absolutely. Thank you, ma'am, for that answer. So all of you who are watching us on this session, yes, please start dropping your questions over here so that we can pick up your queries and get your confusions, your questions solved. Okay. So Rucha is saying, I want to do BBA in HR and a few SR. What is SR, Rucha, if you can clarify on that?
Is it social responsibility? Is it social responsibility? CSR you're saying, Rucha?
Okay, I think by the time she answers.
Yes, you can do a BBA HR, but I would suggest if you want to do BBA in HR, try to support your BBA with top 3 HR certifications. Like you can do HR analytics, you can do HR generalist, you can use HR human resource information system. A general MBA in HR will only help you in landing up the basic HR job. But if you accompany the HR certification with the BBA program, decent job, decent title, and a decent profile to work upon. And then you can make your career, HR career, a beautiful way after doing this kind of certification. But always do HR specialization certification separately along with BBA in case you want to go for HR. I want to do BBA in HR, but told me that I'm specific, I should go for the BCOM, and it is more specific. The subjects are absolutely different, Rucha. If you want to plan your career in HR, BCOM is not human resource. BCOM is only finance, accounting, accountancy, law, taxation, economics, and statistics. It will not, you will not be entertained much into the HR. Yes. An extended question or the much needed question after this is, after doing BCOM, if you are doing MBA in HR, you will be highly preferred in the organization, in the HR department, where the business of the organization is into finance or accountancy. Because your base, your core subject, your traditional base of the core subject is BCOM. So you will understand, you will have a flair of those candidates better vis-a-vis any other specialization. But your MBA HR should be your prime program after doing BCOM. And those industries will prefer you for sure.
Absolutely. So I think, Rucha, that will help you. We'll quickly come to some more questions. I think BA LLB, somebody did ask about what about BA LLB? And I think we have received another question. Okay, Astha has query about BA LLB integrated course.
Yes. And another is BBA in Business Analytics. Which one you want me to take, Bhageshri, first?
I think we can start with BA LLB first.
BBA LLB is a good combination. But my dear friends, BBA is a different kind of career and LLB is a different kind of career. I have seen many people landing in 2 boards and then doing job at no place. If you want to do an integrate program, please do 5 years LLB course, which is going to be your 4 years of LLB or 3 years of LLB and masters 2 years. Do 5 years course. Don't do 3 years BBA first separately and then think about doing LLB. That is not going to make a career for you. So do 5-year integrated LLB if you are very sure about it.
Right. So ma'am, how much popular is this BBA LLB? How much is this popular? Because I've seen a lot of students.
It's a very, very recent course. Hardly it has started from 7-8 years only. So I would still prefer that instead of doing this combination, try to go for the foundation LLB course first, 3 years proper. And then do some internship somewhere and then go for masters. You know,
right.
See, integrated courses must always be accompanied with projects or internships or working, assignment in hand. Otherwise, you'll keep on studying 5 years, and after 5 years, once you're out in the market, you will see that your curriculum is old enough. What you will do then? So, always have integrated program once you have something in hand already simultaneously. And you're very clear that, oh, I know what kind of work, what kind of internship or projects I'm supposed to do. So people land up and then they come out of the college having no internship projects, relevant project and internships in hand. They do their course in some other course, some other line. They do their internships in some other line. Then there is no sync between that. So that has to be taken very well care of initially itself.
Right. So we can pick up the next question from Tisha. How is BBA in Business Analytics?
It's a beautiful course. And recently I have done, on our channel only Leaders in Making. I'm sorry, I have not uploaded that video so far. I'll do that. I have covered a video on MBA Business Analytics from a college in Mumbai, a very prestigious college. You all can apply to Leaders in Making, the YouTube channel in case you wish to. BBA Business Analytics is a great choice in case you want to do MBA Business Analytics. Why? Because it is going to give you the nuances, the tools, the techniques, the software which you are using in business analysis in a business organization. One. Second, only opt for business analytics when you are working on an internship or a project somewhere down the line. You take the admission, you do the course for 1.5 years, accompany or complement your course with at least 3 internship at BBA level, because after that you will be joining some organization into the business analytics department or the operation departments. Students, do not get confused that business analytics is something else and operations is something else. No, you will be given initially the job of an associate, a trainee or a project trainee initially. Nobody is going to make a manager of business analytics from your profile at the initial stage. So you will be working in that department as an operational trainee for 1.5 years, or you can do 3 to 4 internships, do BBA Business Analytics, do 3-4 internships, must do MBA Business Analytics post that. It's very much in demand, huge in demand. Join a job and then go out of India in case you want to go, but go with company sponsorship. So a lot of companies are giving sponsorship for business analytics. Why? Because they have that kind of work wherein you need expertise from outside India as well, because they have that kind of client. It's a great choice, and there are beautiful institution. SP Jain is there, NIMS is there, IITs and IIMs are also, baby IIMs are also launching BBA, and they have launched a lot of integrated program. So do the integrated program once you are sure, and ensure that no integrated program is going to help you if it is not complemented with projects and internships. Market will change. Yes, when you will do internship and project, the companies will tell you that techniques, specialization, software, they are working. That is going to have a flair into your CV and resume. Otherwise, just showing that you have done business analytics and you have not implemented it in the industry, that is not going to help you out. It's a great course.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that well-defined answer. Okay, Shweta, we'll be coming to your question next. So Shweta wants to know which is best, BB or BCom, if I want to do CS.
BCOM. You must opt for BCOM because when you are a company secretary, you will be dealing with lots and lots of taxation, economic policies, national policies, domestic policies, international policies, and you will be taking a lot of crucial decisions which will be financed and economy based. So go for that, but provided you have a flair for it.
Right. Rucha, ma'am has already mentioned about the 3 HR certification courses. So maybe you could like go back to this video once we have posted on Instagram and watch that answer. Okay. Okay, let's come to some more queries. Okay, meanwhile you're putting up your queries, we'll again come back to our discussion and point of view. Ma'am, how much important is skill development in these courses, for management courses? How much is that important, and what a student can do to develop his skill?
Okay. Now, when you talk about management courses like BBA, BMS, your English has to be good. Your English has to be fluent, and the grammar has to be correct. English does not mean that you start in a Western accent. It is absolutely, Indians are known for their best English in the world. It has to be clear, it is complete, the grammar has to be right. However, when you're opting for a course like BCOM, an average communication will still go because you're good with numbers. Next, your attitude in both the courses is going to matter. If you are a go-getter and if you know how to start what you really want to do, the work, then also it is very important that you are taking initiative in both the courses. So when you talk about skill development, it comes at the later stage. The first is your attitude of receiving, listening, and modifying what you have learned and implemented. Listening is not what I'm talking to you right at the moment. Listening is while you are analyzing what I have told you and you are implementing it for your own use. That is listening. And if you have an attitude to listen, that is the best skill development flair you can have. Now, when you talk about management, at least you should have soft skill development and technical development as well, even on the other side if you're going for BCom. I mean to say, when I say technical upgradation, please accompany your UG program with the latest certifications. Now, all these programs are generally 3 to 4 years, 5 years old curriculum. And then people talk about skill development. If your curriculum is not up to the date, you have to be very prompt in learning new things. And skill development comes into 2 phases, soft skills and technical skills both. So from wherever you are doing, whichever university you are doing this program, please keep on improving your soft skill development, which is attitude, your receiving behavior, your good English, and your writing communication as well. Students, soft skills, if you're going on, please do not use the short form abbreviations while you're dealing professionally. That is a big mistake people do today in professional life. Be very formal when you're talking to people. 1. Second, in the technical skills, please see which specific certification you want to do in accommodation with the main course UG program you are doing. So while we are talking about skill development, only don't look at the soft skill. Please keep on upgrading yourself technically as well, which is known as technical skill development.
Okay. So Astha is asking that, ma'am, what's the difference between BCom Pass and BCom Honors? How do they understand the difference?
Astha, we have already covered this question initially in the session. BCom Pass will have similar subjects like BCom Honors, but the syllabus content coverage will be less in BCom Pass, and the syllabus coverage more on the particular subject will be much more higher in BCom Honors. So you have to decide whether you want to, if you want to go for CFA, if you are very, very good and strong in numbers, and if you're very sure that yes, I have to make a career in finance industry, yes, you must opt for BCom Honors, provided you have that percentage also you get BCom Honors. But you know that yes, currently you are interested in numbers, but at later stage I might explore something else also. Then you must opt for BCom Pass. If you are getting an admission in BCom Honors, prefer BCom Honors. But if not, have a flair of numbers, go for BCom pass at least. So the subject content coverage is more in BCom honors.
Right. Okay, I would pick up some questions that we have received during the registration process. So this question comes from Gauranshi. So Gauranshi, if you're watching the session, we're picking up your question next. She says BBA or BCom honors or economic honors. Which course is best?
Economic honors, I'm happy that we have brought up this topic today. It's a very, very prominent course people are acting upon. If you are interested in national development, let me tell you absolutely frankly, if you are interested in the economy of the nation, if you are interested in public, their facilities. I'm not talking about the HR. You know, you're working for an organization, how the policies should be known. If you are ready to work for the nation, if you are ready to work for the public, their interest, their benefits, you must go for economics. If you're interested in statistics of the figures, if you're interested in making domestic policies, if you're interested in international trade, you must opt for economic honors. It's a beautiful and a very, very strong case. Even when you have to compare your industry with the economy of different countries, econ honor students are highly preferred because they are very, very strong in the statistics. So if you are very strong in statistics and you know that you are interested in the development of the nation or areas related to the development of the nation, public policy, domestic policies, international trade, international fund, different cultures, go for economic honors. And we have already explained for BB and BCom.
Right. I'm just adding a part to the question. What all exams students can look up, you know, when they are pursuing these management courses apart from 12th result? What are those professional exams also that they can take up, you know, while pursuing these management courses if they have to take up?
You cannot ignore CUET today because it is completing 45 central universities of India. CUET is one of the most prominent course. One. Second, people generally go for IP, which is a common entrance test. Then the other colleges like Christ, NIMS, SP Jain, they also have BBA. All these colleges have their own separate entrance test. You can definitely go for that. All these courses, even IIMs, they have their integrated, they will consider CUT at later stage, but they will have their own entrance test as well. So primarily, you must apply for CUET and IP if you are interested, because these two universities have at least 40 to 45 colleges in hand. And then you have Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also. There is a separate entrance, or they might include CUET, must apply for that also. So these two exams are must.
Thank you,
and yes, I highly prefer if you want to go for SP Jain, NIMS or Christ. These three universities since I have taken and I have interacted with the students there. Students, apart from choosing a college, it is important that the environment of the college is also very important. And if you see these three colleges are not unknown colleges. These are very good national level colleges in India, and they have made a mark of their presence in the industry. Christ, SP Jain, NIMS. You must go ahead, and even if you are getting, even in baby IIMs, integrated program, if you are sure about it, you must go for it because of the brand and the quality of teachers.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you. That was a very well answered
IP less
answer.
because of a very delayed in, you know, the changes in the curriculum, the latest the integration with the industry. So when you are opting for these good colleges, they have a say in the corporate and they keep on changing their curriculum also. And I love DU because the student strength lies in their initiative. They are just go-getters. So if you're choosing any course full-time from DU, it is definitely going to be a good choice for you guys. So apply for CUET for sure. Don't leave it.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much for that well-defined answer. I think that will solve a lot of confusion between students. Yes. Okay, Vikas will pick up your question next. Can we join economic honors with applied maths in 12th?
Yes, you can, and you must. It's a very beautiful course, and I think the way you have questioned, you're sorted. You must go for it. And then I would suggest you, again, I'm repeating, please link your course thought to the kind of jobs you want to do. It is important that you are at least searching on Google's. All of you, please note it down. Please mention on Google what jobs I'm going to get after BCom pass, what jobs I'm going to get after BCom honors, what jobs I'm going to get after economic honors. what jobs I'm going to get after BBA Business Analytics or BBA in HR. Please serve that first and then decide a course. Because later on you will say, oh, I don't want to do that particular job. I never wanted to come into that industry. And then there is a clash, and by that time you have already spent your 3 years. Please simultaneously look for the careers in that particular field. And you know, you are a generation X. You are not 20 years back that Google is not going to support you. In our time, Google was taking 30 minutes to get open, but now it is just fraction of seconds. And please take printout in whatever content you are interested. That's my humble request to everybody. Please take printout and underline that if this is the subject you are taking, if this is the course you are taking, these kind of jobs you are going to enter, or you will start your own entrepreneurship into this industry. Have some sorted ideas in your mind. And we can also do a session sometime that what careers are there after BBA, BCOM or Economic Honors.
Definitely, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pick another question. Laura says, ma'am, which one, BBA or BCOM, will give me more opportunities if I want to change career path?
At later stage, yes, BBA will give you more opportunities, because when you do BCOM, see, when you're doing BCOM or BBA, even after 1 year or 2 years down the line, you have to do a PG program. Otherwise, you will keep on counting in the initial early careers only, that is 0 to 3 years. So yes, BBA will give you more avenues. And after BBA, you can decide again that whether you want to go into MBA Finance. You can do MBA Finance even after BBA. The only difference is that you have to start from scratch. The financial knowledge, the taxation, the law. If you're ready to start from scratch, you can even take MBA finance course. So you will have multiple and more options of applying for various courses even after BBA. And even after BCOM, but BCOM students are generally sorted.
Right.
But more career options are definitely with BBA.
Okay. Coming to next question from Mona. If I want to do CA, does it make a difference if I do BCOM Honors or BCOM Pass?
It will not make a difference initially to you, but it will definitely make a difference to the organization we are applying. You will be coming across as a scattered mind. CA is a very, very professional and a focused career option. And with CA, it is preferred that you go for BCOM or later on even MBA in finance. So you have to be very sorted. It is not just about your interest. It is about the acceptability in the market also. And you must do your self-introspection that if you're interested in CA, then what is pulling you back or what is taking you closer to BBA? Ask this question to yourself. It's a coaching question. If she's there, I can show some coaching sample. But these are the initial questions. What is motivating you to take BBA along with CA?
All right. Coming to next question from Dipti. Ma'am, can we join ICFI for BBA?
You can join ICFI for BBA, but you know, there was a lot of ups and downs in the past also. I prefer it little less, but if you're open to that, I don't mind. Explore other options also along with that. Industry feedback, I mean, ICFI initially till 2015, 16, 17, it was very strong. Now we are not hearing that much these days. So think about it, explore more opportunities. I would definitely like to suggest.
Absolutely. Okay, so Rucha, if you are looking for college in Gujarat for BBA, you can actually search it down on shiksha.com and find out your specific colleges based in Gujarat. What all colleges you have for BBA out there, and maybe you could compare the different colleges and find the honest reviews that the students have given there. You can have a look at the curriculum, the campus, everything is mentioned. So I would request you can come down to shiksha.com and you can find out best suitable colleges for you in Gujarat. Ma'am, if you want to name a few colleges.
I would suggest to all my students out there, prefer a college, not the location. Gujarat, IIM Ahmedabad is there. Check out whether they have the integrated program, because generally it was launched, the integration was launched to boost up the IIM baby colleges. Okay, there are many, DY Patel is there are many colleges, but my only request to you is that if you are, it's in Pune, I guess, if you really want to make a career, please opt for a good college, and location should be your second preference. And definitely fees, you have to see whether you're getting it sponsored or whether your parents are going to sponsor it. But don't compromise a course because of a location. That's my only request. And while you are choosing a college, I would like to spend 3-4 minutes on that. Please see their alumni on LinkedIn. Generation X never do that. But you guys are very, very on Insta and FB and Twitter. Please spend some time, type alumni from a particular college. Choose 3 colleges. Type alumni from this college on LinkedIn. See where they have reached. 1. Second, see your convenience. Ask your parents. They are going to sponsor. Then whether you want to stay in hostel or if you're going apart, that's also a prime constraint. How old is the college? 1. How old is that particular course in that college? Very important. How many batches have passed out? Where have the alumni reached? All these questions are very important when you are choosing this topic of differentiation between BBA, BCOM or economic honors. You must think about all these questions while we are talking about which specialization to choose. It's a very narrow approach. Which specialization you want to choose in which college? How old is the college? How many batches pass out? Where are the alumni today of that particular course? What all companies visit that college for that course? Very important. So please keep all these factors in mind before choosing a course from a particular college.
Right.
We have gone out of the context of this specialization.
Okay. So I'll pick up the next question from Abhinav, I think. Ma'am, how is Amrita Peetham University BCOM for FinTech? Is it good for pursuing career in investment banking?
It is okay. I have heard about this college. It's a good college. It's a known college. You can opt, but still I would say take a name which is nationally known. I know because I am from education and Amrita is an old college and I keep on looking at data quest for all the specialization colleges. So I know most of the colleges. I keep on reading, but prefer those colleges which has national name, say, or awareness. It's a good college otherwise. You can go for it.
Right. Okay. So I think we'll come to the next question here. I'll pick up another question from the registration sheet. So this question was, if I can do MBA by CAT, then why invest time and money in BBA?
Okay. I read that question and I am very happy, Bhagyashree, that you have taken up this question. And the instant answer is, why to think about money priority-wise when you're thinking about a career? Career comes first, money will follow. So when you're thinking about money first, you're taking a wrong route of your career. If you are not doing this basic traditional foundation course, what you will do in MBA? You will never have a proper base. MBA is an extension to your UG program. And if your basic thread is loose, not strengthened enough, will your extended course survive? It will not survive. My humble request, don't think about money. Yes, you need funds to do UG, you need funds to do PG program. Take sponsorship, do extra time jobs, part-time jobs, seek help from family, friends. Do not compromise on the quality of your career. And at later stage also, even if you're doing certifications, do from known, prestigious, contentful certifications. I was talking to one of my alumni and, as per his latest inputs, people are not recommending online programs anymore from platforms like Coursera, Simply Learn, or LinkedIn, because you keep it on, you learn it, you get the certification. If you mean to say investment is money, you have to overlook or you have to change your thought process. Investment is the time, energy, resource you're putting into your career. Definitely not money. Money you will get it at the later stage. Please follow the sequence of career first and then money, not the vice versa.
Right. Okay. So that was actually an interesting question, ma'am.
Very interesting. Yesterday.
Yes.
And this is a very normal and a natural question. And people also look for only salaries at the placement stage. They lose the company. They lose the culture of the company. They lose that how the company is proactively thinking for employees. Generation X primarily is thinking about money. There is no harm. But please don't think about money at the cost of the quality of your career. That is what I'm trying to say.
Right. So when we're talking about, salary and compensation, since you spoke about it, so if you're comparing these two courses, which course is definitely more favorable in terms of salary and compensation for students?
Initially, both the courses will offer you 3 to 6 lakhs of packages. At the later stage, when you are applying only for financial based industries and industries के अंदर आती है companies, they will only prefer BCom and there the salary will be more. However, if you are applying for marketing jobs in a marketing or a digital domain kind of company or a social media company, BBA will be preferred and they will be paid more. So initial salary, lot of companies are common. They take BBA, BCom both because the JD says, okay, anybody can come. There the salary range is 3 to 6. At the later stage, it depends where you are going, industry में function. अगर फंक्शन कॉमर्स का है तो वहां बीकॉम को ज्यादा पे मिलेगा और अगर फंक्शन बीबीए को प्रेफर कर रहा है तो बीबीए को बीकॉम से ज्यादा प्रेफर मिलेगा. इट डिपेंड्स. हाउएवर, गिव प्रेफरेंस टू द जॉब रोल व्हिच यू विल बी डूइंग apart from the company name, and third should be your package. So first the job role, second the brand name, third money.
Right, absolutely. Okay, I'll pick up this another question from Inayat.
And
can we do BCom honors?
One more huge difference in BBA and BCom. BCom people don't get incentives. BBA people, maximum jobs offer incentives. Apart from HR jobs, marketing, selling, branding, a lot of profiles have incentives. In BCom, it is less.
Right, and I think that is one thing that they should definitely know. Okay, so Inayat, will pick up your question next. Can we do BCom honors after 12th commerce without maths?
You may do. There are very few colleges which take without maths. However, it will be a challenge because maths is very, very much needed in BCom honors and even at the later stage. If you are ready, pull up your socks and then you have to start from scratch because BCom first year is all about the repeating of the syllabus and everything. Doing is another thing. Interest is something else. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to put that extra effort? Ask this question. If you say yes, I will not complain at the later stage. You have to do maths definitely from BCom first year and you can go ahead with that. You have to first see the eligibility of each and every college. Now, for example, if you're going for CUET, CUET has 45 central universities. In DU, there are almost 10 to 15 colleges, good colleges, who are offering BCom honors. But every college will not offer BCom honors, BCom pass without, BCom pass can go without maths, BCom honors cannot go without maths. There will be hardly 1 or 2 colleges which will be offering, and that will be mentioned on their website specifically in the eligibility. But I doubt BCom honors can be done without maths.
Right.
Pass can be done.
Okay, quickly coming to another very important part of these management courses is entrepreneurship and startup culture. That this culture that we have seen for last few years, young students, only 17, 18-year-old, they are turning this huge business startups, and a lot of them are watching Shark Tank, and they are aware of these young minds who are coming up and asking to invest in their companies, just 17 or 18-year-olds, and building such huge startups and bootstraps. So what is your take, ma'am, on that? And what do you think BBA or BCom is, has a role in all these things?
See, I don't mind Generation X or people who are moving into entrepreneurship and startups. It is important that you join hands with people with experience. So what you are bringing is energy, enthusiasm, self-motivation, and maybe funds. But you cannot replace experience with any of these. So please incorporate people with experience. I have seen thousands of my students starting up entrepreneurship, startup, doing well for 3 to 5 years, then compromising with the salary and the type of talent they are hiring because the business is not making money. There is no harm provided you are accomplishing what you have with experienced people. If you can do it, go for entrepreneurship and startup, no harm. I will be personally guiding people who really want to go for entrepreneurship. If you are not ready to welcome experienced people, then my dear friends, you have to learn experience on your own cost, which can be successful, which can be average, and which can be even closed down also. Now, what I have seen in my career of 23 years, my alumni starting entrepreneurship, later on they're joining hands with each other because they can survive when they're joining hands. This can also be possible. So please join with experienced people. You can give your energy, enthusiasm, self-motivation, funding, your ideas, which is unlimited, beautiful, growing ideas. Pull in experienced people, relevant people from the industry, choose people accordingly, and then work on entrepreneurship and startups. And before, it's a humble request. Before pouring money, hard-earned money, your parents' money, sponsored money, in whichever industry, product, service you are interested. Either you are going to sell a product or you are going to sell a service for a particular industry. Please work for that line for 2 to 3 years. Please learn the domestic state policies, national policies, international policies, then start entrepreneurship. I have seen many of my students starting. Later on, after starting, they see, ma'am, oh, we were not aware of the state policies for this product or service. Later on, they say, ma'am, oh, we were not aware of the national policies. Somebody started trading outside India after 3 years of national policies. They were not aware of international policies. Please work for somebody else initially and then start your entrepreneurship. Save your money and then pour it. If you lose it, you will gain experience. If you will not lose it, you will gain more money and experience both. So you will be at win-win situation.
Okay. So, ma'am, like quickly, just wanted to know if we are comparing general BBA with a specialized one, which is the better one out of the two?
If you are sorted, I am sorted, I have to do HR. I love talking to people. I love hiring, recruitment, training people, talking to people, development people, BBA HR. I love marketing. I love being on LinkedIn. I love being on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Insta. I love promoting. I love branding marketing or digital marketing. I love to start my own startup. I'm very sure about it. Sooner or later, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, BB entrepreneurship. Not sure, but have flair. I can do entrepreneurship. I love HR also. I love finance also. I love IT also. I should have the knowledge, BBA general. When you're not sure, even 60 to 70% out of 100, you're not sure, go for BBA general. If you're 70 to 80% sure of that specialization, then go for that specialization. 20-30% variance is okay.
Okay. Okay, another question that I could see, ma'am, can I take the liberty to ask another question, whether BBA Finance in Christ, Bangalore is good or not?
It's a brilliant college. I have recommended students personally there, and I highly recommend that college. Personally, I love it. And you can explore other colleges in Bangalore also. It is going to work equally well. So there is no problem in that.
Right. So I think we already had this question about future career options with BCOM. Somebody did ask this question. So I think we already discussed what are the future career options with BBA and BCOM. Okay, I could see another question here, which I think a parent has written for her daughter, that recently in this March 2023 IPE exams, my daughter scored 86.7% with MLEC course. But sir, I think I could not see the remaining part of the question. What exactly he or she wanted to know about his daughter. So if you're watching the session.
IEP entrance dates are already out. A lot of entrances are already in June lineup. So I would request all of you, if you are interested in IEP, you must see that because the dates are already out.
Yeah. Okay, so I think these were the questions that we had over there. So is there any other thing that any of you would want to know? Ma'am, like before we wrap up towards the session, what would you like to, guide the young minds who are confused and looking up, to take up these courses ahead?
See, it is very, very important that you speak to unknown people also. And explore LinkedIn as much as possible for the people who are doing BBA, BCOM from different courses. For example, The girl was talking about BCOM course, honors course from Christ. Why not to identify more people on LinkedIn who has done this particular course and gain some more experience, reviews and feedback, and work with a coach. You know, I would like to differentiate between a counselor and a coach. Counselor has never worked on placements. Counselor has never worked on the end journey of that particular course. Wherever, if you consult a certified coach, they know that wherein the placements are matching. And there I would like to definitely say that at Leaders in Making, we match each and every course with the placement, which is very important. At this point of time, you listen to your friends, you listen to what your family is saying, you listen to the success stories around you. But what you want, what lies within you, what are your strengths when you work with a coach, when you speak to relevant people in industry. LinkedIn is a professional platform. That is why I'm telling you, they will entertain you. Have some more confidence on your personality, your character, your behavior, your interest. Please explore your interest before the course. Course is second step. Exploring your interest is first step. That is very important. And I think foreign universities have started working on students at a stage of 8th onwards. They have started doing not career coaching, but they have started identifying after talking that where the interest of that person lies. In India, at every stage, wherever I go, I tell people to self-coach. If you want to hire a coach, fine. If you want to go for self-coaching, you can learn, ask yourself that if I'm doing BCOM honors course, do I really love numbers? If I'm going for BBA HR, am I really thinking about people? I love talking to people. I love doing work for them. Do self-coaching if you don't want to hire a coach. But hire a coach who has placement experience, who has seen generations working for corporates or entrepreneurship. That is going to give you a different overview of your personality. This is very important in today's time.
Absolutely. And I just want to quickly add in that on 29th of May, we are hosting a session on life of a BBA student. We'll be having a very extra, I would say, an overactive student who is pursuing her BBA, third year student from Symbiosis, Noida. She will be taking up this session on Instagram. So all of you who are looking up, to take up BBA ahead, I think you must attend this session where she will be sharing all her experiences. She's also heading a marketing club. She's also taking up a lot of sessions as a personality coach. So all of you, if you are interested in taking up BBA ahead, I think you should definitely register and be part of this upcoming session. The link will be soon on our LinkedIn pages. So you can come up to a LinkedIn page and register yourself for this upcoming session on BBA. So that was an additional information that I wanted to share. And I think that's a wrap for today's session. IP exam. Okay, we'll take this last question of IP exam.
Prefer IP less. IP do not change curriculum for 5-8 years. And while Bhagyashree was explaining beautifully about that candidate, please know that candidate is explaining or giving her experience. Collect multiple experiences. If she has gone through a beautiful experience, she will have beautiful memories. While you're deciding for a course and a college, you must have at least 5 to 10 views of that particular college and course. Minimum 5 to 10 from varied sources, not from one.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you, ma'am. And I think the session was good. I think we were able to take up all their queries and help them take their first step towards, a rewarding career in management. And I hope the session was useful to all the students. We could answer your query. We could solve your dilemma of choosing between BBA and BCOM. And I think ma'am was wonderful as usual in the session, explaining each and everything precisely and beautifully to all of you. But if there is anything left that still you cannot figure out, I think you should please, connect with her on social media pages. She's there on LinkedIn. So you can reach out to her via us. We have already tagged her there. So you can reach out to ma'am for any guidance and support that you require, and any help and support that you feel that she could take a one-on-one session. So please reach out to Sunita ma'am on our LinkedIn page. We have tagged her page. You can reach out to her there. She's available on the social media pages, and definitely we will try and come up for more sessions with Sunita ma'am and take her, all guidance and achievements. Thank you, Vikas. Thank you for that lovely feedback. And
I think
thank
we
you,
all
all
should
of you.
thank Bhagyashri. She only, I would like to tell everybody, look at the way she facilitates a session. Humble, generous, not only with the guest, but with all the people who are coming on the platform, and the kind of loop she's creating in the session flow. This is very, very important if you're choosing a career in social media, marketing, digital marketing, or public dealing. So this is a live example.
I am
Congratulations.
so overwhelmed by these words. Thank you, ma'am, for the kind words. And I think the students and the experts who are joining us on these platforms, thank you so much for being so cooperative with us and coming up and taking out time from your busy schedule and, guiding the students in the right way. I think that makes our work much easy. And I hope to see all of you again in the BBA session that we are organizing on 29th of May with a third year BBA student, and hopefully we'll come up with more such sessions. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us and being part of the session. And thank you to all the students, and have a great evening ahead, all of you.
Thank you so much. All the best.